Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Hip Horse. Tommy D, along with Scott Shapiro. Special guest, Kentucky Derby 146 is Saturday. We're recording this on Thursday night. Scott is the Churchill Downs Simulcast. You can find him doing the live feed for the Kentucky Derby. He'll be there. You also on Twin Spires or Bet America. Scott, good to see you, my friend. It's been a while. How are you?
I'm doing great, Tommy D. Good to see you, buddy. Glad to be aboard. Big weekend here coming up, and missed the sun of California, but things are pretty good in Kentucky. So
yeah, we miss you here, man. But as I know that you're in horse country and you're loving it, so let's get right to it. A couple questions for you. First thing is how are the turf and dirt tracks playing over the first few days, and how do you see it playing for the Derby?
Well, in terms of turf, we've been off the last 2 days. It's rained real hard early in the morning, but it's let up. The track dries out real quick here, so we've been a fast track by the fourth race, but we've been off the turf the last 2 days. The main track yesterday was really biased towards the inside, but today it looks like they overcompensated for that. It was a little bit weird. I would expect things to get back to normal with two days with no rain. I know you don't know much about the rain being in San Diego, but should be 2 dry days, and hopefully we get a fair playing field.
Oh, there we go. I like it. And what's the vibe like at Churchill Downs right now? I know it's not a normal year. What's it like there at Churchill right now?
Yeah, it's weird because I was there in the spring meet working, and I'm almost used to no one being there. It's a massive building, Tommy D, like considerably bigger than Del Mar and Santa Anita. So it's big. There's no one there. There's a few people in there now. It doesn't feel like the Derby other than that we're doing the Derby work. I mean, usually I'm bobbing and weaving through people. It's nice and a little bit away for, ease, but it's a shame. And it's, a little bit depressing. But overall, we'll take it. It's better than nothing. Hopefully everybody can enjoy it from home.
Yeah, I mean, at least we got it running. That's all we could be thankful for. So
Right.
Next question I have for you is any Kentucky Derby contenders catch your eye since they arrived at Churchill, maybe on the backside or working out on the track?
Yeah, I've been there in the mornings for about half the days, and Tis the Law and Honor AP, the top 2 choices, both look the part without a doubt. Enforceable, a horse that I think is coming into the race well, has looked good in the morning, as has New York Traffic, a horse that I think should get a real good prominent trip under Paco Lopez. So as always, a lot of the Derby contenders look good, but Tis the Law looks like the class of the field, and kind of unfortunately from a price perspective.
Yeah, and I know you mentioned no rain. I thought maybe that could be the only way we could beat Tis the Law, but I don't see rain in the forecast there, Shap. So Let me move on to the next question here. Give us maybe one horse in the Kentucky Derby that maybe you could put some money on for a show bet, maybe at a price. I know you mentioned Enforceable. Would that maybe be it, or is there maybe another one that you have in mind?
I probably would have answered Enforceable a couple days ago, but unfortunately we've lost a couple of the pace setters or horses that would be prominent. So I think the pace is going to be a little more moderate than we once thought. So 2 horses. I mentioned New York Traffic. He'll probably be about 15, 20 to 1, a little bit bigger a price. Look to attachment rate. Dale Romans will probably be sitting mid-pack in this race. Seems to be coming into the race well. Ran a good second in the Ellis Park Derby. So there's a couple to look at, if you're trying to maybe just not bet the favorite to show or place or something like that, but maybe grind up a little bit of money.
There we go. And to say we're playing Churchill Downs, not necessarily just Derby, any day at Churchill Downs, maybe a couple jockeys, local jockeys that we could pay attention to and really look out for.
Well, one guy that you may or may not know, I know depending on where you're from, Tyler Gaffalione is a national jockey, but he has come into Churchill and really learned how to ride there. He's ridden at Saratoga, but he dominated the spring meet. He's riding as good as anybody there. Brian Hernandez Jr., another guy, he got tested for positive for COVID, but now he's negative, so he'll be riding this meet. Unfortunately, won't be riding Art Collector. Those are 2 guys I like a lot at Churchill during this time of the year. So I don't know if they're under the radar or not, but I definitely think that they'll be riding well this week.
Yeah, and okay, maybe I know you probably looked at the undercard for Saturday. I mean, do you have maybe a pick or maybe a race? Maybe you could give us one pick or a race that you think maybe there's some value?
Now, the race 9, Tommy, is the grade 2 Pat Day Mile at the 1-turn mile distance. Pretty unique to Churchill. They have it at Belmont, Gulfstream, a couple other places. Kind of an elongated sprint. I think it's a very wide open race with a lot of talented horses. But I think number 5, Digital, may go a little bit under the radar. I think he's double digits on the morning line. This is a horse that fits the 1-turn mile to perfection. He's been freshened up. They tried him on the turf in his last start at Keeneland. It was unsuccessful. But he's got it in him to win this race. Maybe, you play him underneath in the exactas as well as on top, something like that. But I think Digital can outrun his odds. Number 5 in race 9, the Pate Mile.
Nice. We like to hear double digits, Shap. That's always a good thing, my friend. Okay, let's get to the big question. We'll get you out of here. I know you got a couple big days ahead of you. Who do you like 146 Kentucky Derby? Give me your winner, maybe an exacta.
Well, I'm pretty chalky this year, and I hate it. But Tis the Law looks like he's going to be very tough to beat, and I think the likeliest to beat him, and the only one that I think has a real shot, unless he things just really go poorly for him, is Honor AP, who was at the 3rd or 4th choice. Now is going to be the 2nd choice with the scratch of Art Collector and him looking so good on the racetrack. But I think if you're trying to find some value at those horses, maybe use them in the 1st and 2nd spots and use New York Traffic, Enforceable, and Attachment Rate in that 3rd spot. Maybe you can hit a nice trifecta.
Hey, there you go. Shap, always a pleasure, man. Good catching up with you. Have a great weekend. Hopefully you get a lot of winners. And it's always good to watch you. You can find Shap on the Churchill Down Simulcast for Kentucky Derby Day, Twin Spires, and Bet America. Look him up. He's got some good information, even some sports information. We got sports back too, Shap, right?
Yes, we do. We got the NFL coming up. We got the Masters and the U.S. Open still. All the sports are playing right now, Tommy, but really enjoyed joining you on your video, and best of luck to you this weekend as well, my friend.
Thanks, my friend. Always a pleasure. Thanks, everybody, for watching the Hip Horse. Please hit like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.